Welcome into the PHNX Bets Daily Podcast, presented by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Johnny Venerable, joined by Mr. Espo in studio today. Espo, sans the stash and the beard, looking good,
the beard's
friend.
coming back. It's coming back. Need to hide the double chin. That's why it's coming back. So
what prompted you to shave? Because I don't think I've gotten this background yet.
I opened my dumb mouth when Shane was producing a Suns show, and it was the game against the Blazers where Book and CP3 were out, and I said, "There's not a chance they score 120 points tonight. In fact, I'll shave the beard and only rock a mustache if they score 120 points." And nobody counter bet me. I was just dumb enough to say it out loud. And they scored 120 points literally in the last seconds of that game. And so I rocked a mustache because I'm a man of my word.
You are a man of your word. And here we do get counter bets. So if you do win your bets on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, especially when you use that promo code PHNX, you do make money. You don't just win theoretically. And so that's what we're going to try to do today. Shane O'Money is at the Pac-12 tournament in Las Vegas. And really, that's where I want to start, Espo. We've got the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on Stanford today in what is a matchup that could vault them into the next round against Arizona. I think that's what everybody is thinking about right now. We're going to get to my pick here in a second, but they are a heavy favorite. How much pressure do you feel like Arizona State is under, given what everybody just anticipates is going to be the matchup of the tournament next round?
None. This is a team playing with house money. They come in on a roll, but nobody expects them to win this thing. So if they lose in the first round, everybody goes, well, it wasn't a roller coaster season. They've already said.
You don't think they're under any pressure?
No.
They've won like 7 of 8 coming into the tournament. They're the hottest tournament outside of Arizona, or the hottest team. Everybody's telling me that.
Yeah, but I still feel like if they lost, they went, oh, that's the real ASU. All right, no big deal. You know, I mean, if it's only a 4.5 point spread in favor of ASU, so even DraftKings isn't looking at it going, this is a vastly superior team to Stanford. So I'll take them today. I'll lay the 4.5 and take ASU, but
yeah,
I don't think it would be a shock necessarily for them to lose. And if they do, the best news is 2/3 of the country can't see it because it's on the Pac-12 network. So it's like you didn't lose at all.
Might as well be on public access at that point. I'm with you. I do think they win. I think they win close. Vegas is telling you it's a little bit better than a 1-possession game, but I feel like they're, you know, I was talking to our GM Saul Bookman, who is a proud Arizona alum, right? University of Arizona. And he was even telling me like they are one of the hottest teams coming into the tournament. They are a team I feel like a lot of teams don't want to play, even though they are the 8th seed. And so I have higher expectations than you do, because I think if they lose today, that would derail a lot of the good that they've made up here in the second half of the season en route to the tournament. So let's start with that. Leah, if I could, my picks for today, beginning with the Pac-12 tournament and, of course, Arizona State. I'm taking them -4.5. I think they continue to roll. I think they win by double digits, and I think we get the highly anticipated matchup, in-state matchup that we have been yearning for. And then I got the Suns, Espo, before the Devin Booker announcement that he would, in fact, play. So I got them at +5.5. Right now, I think they're at Miami, is still favored -4. You, my friend Espo, have always taught me you get the Suns plus money. Even if Chris Paul is out, you take the Suns. We've seen it before this year. The Suns are competitive, but they're better than competitive even without Chris Paul and Devin Booker. And now they've got Book back after that bout with illness. And then the Lakers. The Lakers at the Rockets. A lot of people are calling this, Espo, the Lakers season is on the line. LeBron James sat out the other night. The Rockets are terrible. They have 16 wins. I am taking the Lakers as a heavy favorite. I wanted to take a LeBron James over on points on the DraftKings Sportsbook app earlier. It wasn't available yet, so I will continually refresh, because I feel like because he got that, I told Shane the other day, I said, I'm picking LeBron to have a come-to-earth performance right after that 57-point game. He didn't play. He sat out. He's back tonight. If the over is 30, I'm hammering it. If the over is 33, I'm hammering it. I think he goes for 40 tonight.
I think you're nuts picking the Lakers in any situation. I would not feel confident in that pick. This team is in disarray. Houston is young, hungry, and you know that those youngins want to prove themselves against LeBron. Westbrook's going to be feeling a lot of pressure back in Houston or playing Houston.
I feel like Westbrook's played for just about every team by now, though. So, does he really even care?
I don't know, though. He's obviously in his own head. I mean, we saw the press conference the other day after the game that he was talking about respect my name, those kind of things. So is he in the right headspace to add anything? I don't know. I do not trust this Lakers team. And that's not a bias. I'm a Suns guy. It's the eye test says don't trust this Lakers team in any situation. I wouldn't bet money on either side when it comes to a Lakers team at any point. And maybe LeBron on the points, I get that, but I wouldn't touch I would not touch a laying points when it comes to the Lakers.
I feel like they are going to feel a sense of urgency now that they have not felt before, because when we think about seeding, the playoffs are right around the corner. I think they feel like if they get the right matchup, if they make the playoffs, they could win and salvage this season. The Westbrook stuff is out of control. You've got Magic Johnson going behind his back, talking shit about him, then having to kind of clean up his mess on Twitter. They're saying the Westbrook trade could go down as the worst trade in Laker history. I don't buy that, given what they gave up. I mean, wasn't it him or what's his name? The other
Kuzma,
point guard. Yeah,
Harris.
That's not the worst trade in franchise history. Get that out of here.
It was pretty bad when you look at the cap number that Russell Westbrook has, and knowing that you're on that again next year with all the drama that's come with it. And this team was supposed to be a championship contender and now is in the play-in. I want nothing to do in any sense with the Los Angeles Lakers right now.
A couple other picks that I do like in the Pac-12 tournament. I do like Oregon today to cover. They're a 9-point favorite against a three-win Oregon State team. I think they roll. I actually like Cal in the upset today against Washington State. I would say take the Cal money line. You won't regret it. And then Utah tonight, the last matchup of the Pac-12 tournament, first round. I'm going them to upset the favored Washington. What's Washington's mascot again?
Huskies. Just
Byron
think
Murphy.
Think of the size I am when you think of the Washington Huskies.
Should we talk about the trade real quick?
Yes, I had that on my mind.
Okay. Yeah. So I call them the Commandos because you're going commando. That's what I think of now when I talk about the Washington Commanders when I don't have any undies on.
Sorry.
That's right. So Washington, the dumpster fire that they are, have actually given up assets 2/3 to Indianapolis for Carson Wentz. I was at the Combine last week, Espo, as you know. I watched Chris Ballard speak at the Combine. They dragged Carson Wentz. I am shocked they got any value of any sort, but it shows you after yesterday, word came out. We talked about this on PHNX Cardinals. Saul and I did. They had a better package, that being the Commandos, for Russell Wilson. And he said, no, I'm not going there. Quarterbacks with options do not go to Washington. So basically, if you're Washington, you're either like, well, I have to draft somebody else, but I guess we need a starter for now. Let's pull the trigger on Carson Wentz. You talk about merging toxicity together. Two of the worst potential fits. Wentz has become just like, if people think Kyler Murray's got issues, Wentz is on a different level. He is hated by everybody. And now you've got that ownership in Washington, which is just the scum of the earth. It's like a car crash. I can't look away. Plus, you get him against Philly twice a year, which I love.
Yeah, look, I think this also speaks to the fact that Deshaun Watson faces a grand jury in the next couple of days. Yeah. And I think the belief is that he's going to be indicted because Deshaun Watson makes a lot more sense in Washington than Carson Wentz, but that likely won't be a palatable option. Although if any team were to do it still, it would be Washington. But to me, would you rather have Jimmy Garoppolo or Carson Wentz? I'd rather have Carson Wentz. I'd rather take the big swing. And I think that's basically what they were down to. Those are the two bigger names available in terms of quarterbacks. If you're Washington, you're not going after Mitch Trubisky. You've been through that kind of, slogging through crap. So take the flyer on Carson. See if you capture some of the magic he had in Philly. If not, whoever you draft, you got waiting there. So
if you can get odds on this on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you might very well be able to now. It looks like the front runner to get Jimmy Garoppolo is now the Indianapolis Colts, because the Colts, they're too competitive to get a top 10 pick, but they're not, going to get a Russell Wilson without the kind of assets you'd have to give up. And they already gave up a first round pick for Carson Wentz last year. So they got 2/3 back. I would imagine maybe one of those or a fourth goes to San Francisco for Jimmy Garoppolo, and you can wait out his surgery. But man, that's hard living, man.
Garoppolo's going to Tampa.
You think so?
There's no way Blaine Gabbert's their starter. Like,
Jameis?
And who else are you going after? Like, you bringing Jameis Winston back to Tampa? Not a chance. Like, who else are you going after?
This is just one long big ad for why you pay Kyler Murray big money. But speaking of big money, the DraftKings Sportsbook app is here to provide you the excitement of the conference championships like never before. Turn your team's victory into your own big win with the DraftKings Sportsbook app, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. New customers can bet $5 on any team to win their game. You get $200 in free bets if they do. It's that simple. If you win, they win. If they win, you win. The DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops like today. Get on the app, same game parlays. I believe Arizona State tips off at 1 o'clock. Combine multiple bets from the same game for an even bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. DraftKings is safe, secure, reliable, and best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. It's a call to action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that promo code PHNX, bet $5 on any college team to win, and you get $200 in free bets. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEPS. New customer only. Got to bet $5 as a minimum deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. All right, Mr. Espo, what do you like tonight?
Let's throw my picks up there. I'll tell you exactly what I like. And one of them is going to be the same as yours here when we get them up on the screen. But I'm taking the Suns, and I think I had it at 4.5 or 4. I had a +4. Like I said, always take the Suns when it comes to those when you're getting points there. I like the Bucks 4.5, and you look at the Blazers. Anytime
I can't believe that line. I can't believe it.
I don't care. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care what situation. Anytime you see a +18, if it's over 15, I look at that and I go, this is the NBA. Even if if they're down by 20 at some point, you usually make a run towards the end when it's garbage time. I'll take +18 any day of the week for an NBA team. So I'm all over that.
Is there a bigger kick in the balls to a region of the country than the dismantling of the Trailblazers, essentially quitting and potentially dealing Damian Lillard this offseason? They already dealt away CJ McCollum, and now Russell Wilson gets dealt for pennies on the dollars. Well, the poor Pac Northwest, they need Washington to win today. Their pro teams are in disarray.
They're not going to trade Dame Lillard. This is all clearing cap to make some run at players and get a higher draft pick so they can have tradable assets if some star becomes available this offseason. So I do not see them dealing Damian Lillard. I think he'll be there next year. I think this is all part of their plan. I picked some fun props. You want to see some fun props?
I would love to see your props.
I had to go props. I had to jump into this NBA bag of props. Do we have those, Leah? Look at that. The Suns to be the highest scoring team tonight is a
+8,000. Wow.
8,000. I look at that and you know what? I just go, why the hell not? At +8,000.
$10, you win $800.
Yeah, like why not? Especially Devin Booker's back tonight. They're going to be motivated. It's the Heat. The Heat beat them fairly sizably last time. Yeah, throw a 10 spot on +8,000. I always am looking for what could make me some massive money that's a little out there. I usually do first field goal in a game, which is a crapshoot, but is good odds. This feels like it as well. So, and I think I have one other group of props here. DeAndre Ayton, double-double, +100. Hit me up with that all day long. If I can get plus on a DeAndre Ayton double-double, you're damn right I'm going to do it. So those are my picks. I violate the don't bet on the team that you like.
I do that. Who says that? Who says that's a rule? I lost money on the Cardinals every week.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bet on the team I know the best. Why not? I'm gonna go with that Calvin Ridley strategy of betting on teams. I'm betting on the one I know the best. So
hey, to be fair, I know a lot of people have made this joke. Shame on Calvin Ridley for betting on the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have the least amount of return. It feels like the past 5 years when you bet on them as a favorite.
Yeah, you'd think he'd know better, seeing as he was part of the franchise. But that's a whole nother story. But I go with the team I know the best. So those are some fun picks that hopefully can make you a little scratch night, or a lot if you bet on that plus 8,000 and it works. So
I love that nugget. I also love the T-shirt you're rocking. You want to show the folks, the Americans, the folks around the world. I said the Americans, the American public, but anybody who watches this, if you're overseas, we love
this
you
is
too.
worldwide, baby. You can buy them wherever you are. You can buy the Point God T-shirt, and this is officially my favorite that we've ever done. Unfortunately, we dropped it the day before he got hurt. But you know what? It's still awesome to rock. And if you order it now, you're gonna have it in time for the playoffs when CP3 proves why he's so dominant as a point guard in the NBA. So
love that. A lot of pressure on Chris Paul. What? Yeah, it's set up. It's teed up this year. It's teed up for you, Chris. You got ample time off. It's not a lower body injury. Come back now. We need you at full strength. We can't have you disappearing in the finals again.
Pressure's overrated. I think that it's all a mindset. And if you come in and you go, hey, it's time to take advantage of this, pressure's not there. Just like when I walk into the studio, I sit down in front of the mic. I'm like,
where you're going with pressure.
That. I just show up, and it's broadcasting gold.
Do you know how much time and effort I put into these shows? I am prepping hours on end because the pressure is so immense to deliver for the public across the globe here at PHNX Bets Daily Podcast. You can keep
4 of those hours are spent just grooming that beard. We know. So
that's true. You can keep the receipts every day by like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Espo, it's been a true pleasure. Maybe I'll have you back this week because those degenerates in Vegas, we have no idea what Shane's got on. If ASU loses today, we may not see Shane might go MIA for days on end.
Shane's in Vegas. We may not see him for weeks on end anyways.
That's true.
I mean, this is the deef. I'm not sure we'll see him for a while.
You can't count on Shane, but you can count on us every day here at noon. PHNX Bets Daily Podcast. We'll see you tomorrow.